Today we're going to be making a pinch pot out of clay. You're going to start with a ball of clay, a bowl of water, and a basket of different tools we can use with our clay. I'm going to start by taking my clay ball and pinching a little bit off and putting it to the side for later. And then I'm going to roll my ball of clay back into a nice smooth ball. We're going to use the big ball of clay to make our pinch pot and use the little scraps we tore off to attach some clay later for designs. Then I'm going to take my thumb and pinch a hole in the middle of my ball. I don't want to pinch all the way through because I don't want to make a hole in the bottom of my pinch pot. I'm going to take my thumb and my fingers and kind of pinch the walls of my clay out together. I'm going to do it very gently and a little at a time so I don't make my walls too thin. I want to make sure that my pinch pot walls stay about the thickness of my finger. And then I can use my fingers just to kind of make it nice and smooth and even all over, making sure that my walls are not any skinnier than the size or the width of one of your fingers. If it's too thin, then there's a chance that your clay might break, and we don't want that to happen. So I want to make sure that it stays that width, just like I'm double checking with my pinky there. The next thing I'm going to do is take just a little bit of water on my one finger, just a tiny bit. You don't need to stick your whole finger or your whole hand in, just the tip. And I'm going to use it to smooth out the outside edges of my pinch pot. I can do that to kind of smooth out bumps or if there's any cracks in your clay, just to make it nice and smooth. Then I'm going to take one of my toothpicks and I'm going to very gently write my name on the bottom of my pinch pot. That way we can find our pinch pots later. While I'm writing with the toothpick, I don't want to stick my toothpick all the way through. I don't want to make any holes. So if it's just very gently write your name on the bottom with the toothpick. And then I can flip my pinch pot back over and start using some of my extra clay to attach different designs onto my pinch pot. I can make balls of clay and attach them on the top, or I can make designs and attach them on the side. I can make designs and stick them in the middle of my pinch pot. That's up to you. I'm going to start by actually making some coils and using my table to make those coils nice and even so that I can kind of attach them along the side of my pinch pot. Now to attach clay, you could just stick it on just like that, but there's a certain way to attach your clay so that it stays on forever and the pieces you attach don't fall off. It's called scoring and slipping. So I'm going to take my toothpick and I'm going to make a line with a bunch of marks, just kind of roughing up the surface on both my pinch pot where I want the clay to go and on the coil that I made that I'm going to attach on top. If you just stick it together like without doing the scoring and slipping, it'll fall apart. If you score and add a tiny bit of water on top, it's going to make it act like Velcro, like sticking your fingers together and trying to pull it apart. It's a lot stronger than if you don't stick your fingers together. So we want to do that to make sure that our pieces don't fall off. I'm going to attach my clay. I've scored and slipped it and use just a little bit of water on my fingertips to kind of smooth out that coil that I'm attaching. I'm going to keep going and attaching more coils. I'm going to see what else I want to attach, but no matter what I attach, I want to make sure I score and slip my two pieces together because I don't want any of my pieces to fall off later. Once I get all of the pieces I want attached, scored and slipped on where I want them, smoothed out and doing whatever I need to do, I can use my clay tools to add textures and more designs to my pinch pot and see what I can come up with. Have fun with this part and see what you can create to make your pinch pot unique. Just remember that all of your pieces need to be scored and slipped together so they don't fall off later. Use the tools and experiment with those that are in your basket and see what you can come up with. When it's all done, we'll set it to the side on a shelf to dry, and then I will fire them and we will glaze them another day.